Hey everyone, and welcome back to Life at Grow Enrollments, where we take you behind the scenes of our amazing culture, people, and experience here at Grow Enrollments. I'm Josh, and today we're talking about something that so many of us can relate to: balancing remote work and family life. Working from home gives us more time with our loved ones, but let's be honest, it also comes with unique challenges, responsibilities, while still being present for family. And if you're working alongside your partner, how do you keep a healthy relationship without driving each other crazy? Let's find out in this episode. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe. Welcome back to Life at Grow Enrollments. Today we have Phil joining us, someone who has mastered the art of remote work while we manage family life. Phil, welcome to the show.
Hey Josh, I'm excited to be here. Honestly, this topic is so close to my heart.
All right, then. Well, before we dive in, I'd like to do a little bit of an icebreaker, a little fast talk. I'll throw in some quick questions your way, and you just answer them with the first thing that comes to your mind. Sounds good. So, not to make it a bit of a rush, let's just throw in the questions. Here we go. Early morning chaos or late night peace?
Late night peace.
One household chore you secretly enjoy?
One household chore I secretly enjoy, I guess washing the dishes.
Yeah,
Because
that's actually quite surprising because
I like washing our dishes because we have this hand soap at the sink that's has a really good scent. So I look forward to
yeah,
washing my hands after cleaning the dishes. Look forward to washing my hands with that scented hand soap.
really, was it like velvet or something?
It smells like lavender, but I don't know. It's my wife who buys it.
Okay, next question. Best thing about working from home?
Definitely spending time with my kids and my wife. So it's something that I truly value because it allows me to, witness my kids' growth and just be present in the very important occasions. So I'm
Definitely.
glad that I have that opportunity.
Definitely. And I can remember like some of those years, like for both of us, when our parents didn't have this thing called work from home, and then, like waiting for them to come back. And sometimes, them missing out on some of the important events in our lives just because we weren't there. I think that's one of the biggest
Hmm.
things that I also like about working remotely. Anyways,
Yeah.
last question for our icebreaker. Who takes over the home office more? Is it you or your spouse?
Ha- well, we basically share a workspace, but I guess I'll have to say my wife only because she has a bigger table. So she takes up more
Wow,
space
she's
than
the
me.
queen, yeah?
That's right. So gotta
Definitely.
give it to her. Yep. Happy wife, happy life.
Definitely. As long as you keep her happy, your life is definitely going to be easier.
That's right.
All right, I love it. Well, anyways, let's go into our main discussion. So today, let's start with something that's crucial for every remote worker: setting boundaries. When your home is also your office, it's easier for your work and personal life to blur a little bit together. Phil, how do you set clear boundaries to stay focused and productive?
For me, one of the biggest advantages of working US hours is that my kids are already asleep during my work schedule. So automatically reduces the distractions and it helps me stay fully focused on my shift. But aside from that, I've also made sure to have a dedicated workspace, just like a regular office. I've set up my desk with everything that I need, like good lighting, comfortable chair, making sure that all my work essentials are within
Mhm.
reach. So that way, when I sit down, my mind automatically shifts into work mode.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's actually really, really smart. Having your own setup, everything to be of comfort, everything out of reach, and even just having physical separation between your work and personal life is just really helpful when it comes to your mental boundaries. Just getting yourself to be in that mental space. Really appreciate that insight as well. Now, let's talk about the real challenges managing work while raising kids. And
Okay.
Phil, your situation is kind of unique because both you and your wife work remotely on
Hmm.
US time zones. And with this schedule while living in the Philippines, that means you're basically flipping your day around. How do you
That's
make
right.
that work with you and your kids?
Yeah, it's definitely an unconventional schedule,
Mhm.
but it works for us. Since both my wife and I work US hours, we basically sleep during the day while the kids are at school.
Mhm.
And then our sleep time or our sleep schedule usually ranges between 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. Philippine time. So by the time our kids get home in the afternoon, we're both awake and ready to spend time with them.
I don't have kids yet, so I'm not quite sure I'm gonna handle that once we do have our family. I'm getting a lot of like all of the hints and tips as well for doing this, since we know we're getting
Yeah.
married. But yeah, that's such an interesting setup. It's almost like your night shift parents in a way that lets you be fully present as well when your kids need you the most. I mean, I think a lot of remote work parents struggle with feeling like they're missing out on their kids' lives, but it's really amazing that you found a way to optimize your schedule around them.
Yeah, exactly. When they come home around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're already up and available to help with whatever they need, like homework, projects, and then we spend time with them. We make sure that we eat dinner together as a family, and then we converse during dinner time and just have quality time with them. So it's really important because to us, it allows us to, make sure that they don't feel like we're always working or always sleeping.
Definitely.
So,
Mhm.
so that, that small window of time that we're all awake and all in the same place, we make the most out of.
Yeah, definitely. I love that you're making most out of the limited time, especially since your day is flipped off. But I really appreciate the perspective. A lot of remote workers struggle with setting clear work-life boundaries, but you've obviously really designed your schedule around what matters most in your family. Anyways, let's go dive into something that's unique to your situation: working from home with your spouse. Since you and your wife are in the same line of work and even share the same bedroom as your office, how do you keep a healthy relationship without stepping on each other's toes?
Well, for us, it's actually been a lot of fun ever since I made that switch because I used to work in a corporate setup, so like in a physical office. But ever
Mm,
since I decided to work from home, basically we have separate working stations. We sort of become like each other's office mates. So in a sense, like we take breaks at
yeah.
the same time, and then we get to chat about family stuff. We share stories about our work, or
Mm,
just use each other as a stress reliever. So it's a nice way, really to bond
mm,
as a couple, and at the same time, still have that some kind of work setting in a way.
yeah.
But it's a
Yeah.
nice way to break up the day and still feel connected because well you're in the same
Yeah.
room, and it's just comfortable for me to know that I have my wife just in the
Yeah. I definitely get
background
that. Yeah.
anytime I'm stressed and need someone to vent to, or same goes on her side. So if she feels like there's something that she needs to talk to me about, whatever it may be, like work stuff or family stuff, then we're always within reach.
Definitely. And I really love the dynamic. I think it goes the same way with my fiance as well. Whenever you're stressed out, whenever there's a lot of things bringing you down, and you just want to take a break together. And that's something that I really appreciate about being remote. It's like you're recreating the office vibes, but at home with your favorite coworker. Yeah. And you're
That's
able
right.
to do the morning teas and then morning office times and stuff like that. It's really an amazing
That's
thing
right.
that we didn't have before, but now we do. But yeah, really great to hear your thoughts on that.
That's right. And honestly, it's been a blessing. Like working remotely means that you miss out on those
Mhm.
day-to-day interactions with your colleagues. So having my wife around fills
Yeah.
that gap. So we'll joke around. We have snacks together. We even bounce ideas off of each other. So it's like having an office buddy, but better.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, with like the distance that we had with each other, I would like prefer to have like more connection as well with you. But because a lot of us here at like Grow Enrollments have like this boundary with us, and we want to be like more on like a front facing side with some of our colleagues. Sometimes the filler for that is the people that are around us, our families, which becomes like sort of like part of our co-workers at this point. But yeah, a lot of couples may find it tough to like share their same space all day, but looks like you found the rhythm that works, and I'm glad that you're enjoying as well.
Yeah, we've made it a point to respect each other's work time, even if we're in the same room. We don't interrupt each other unless it's really something quick or really important. And when it's break time, that's when we catch up and chat. So keep things balanced, sort of, sort
Definitely.
of.
That's so important to have those boundaries, but still taking the time to connect as well. Do you think working from home has brought you closer as a couple?
Oh, for sure. We've learned how to communicate better and support each other more. Even though during stressful days, we make sure that we talk things through. And honestly,
Mm,
being able to share this experience has made us feel, more like a team, both at work and at home.
definitely. And I think that's an amazing thing to hear as well. I think a lot of listeners can take inspiration from that, especially people like me who, are planning to build the same type of setup with a family and everything. But having a spouse as your work buddy sounds like a pretty awesome setup as well. And I'm looking forward to it with mine as well. All right, let's move on to one of the hardest thing about working from home is knowing when to switch off. How do you make sure you're not working all of the time?
For me personally, just make sure that I keep a strict no laptop after 7 a.m. rule. So it
Mhm.
helps me mentally clock out and be present with my family. So on top of that, just make sure to maximize your vacation leaves, take regular breaks during working hours, finish work on time as much as possible, and stretch. That really helps a lot. And like every 2 hours,
Mm,
just stand up, and then
mhm.
stretch those limbs, get that blood flowing because we're working US hours, so it's basically nighttime here
Yeah.
in the Philippines, and
Mhm.
that really helps keep my mind awake.
Definitely. And I feel like I was personally attacked when you told me to stretch. I'm like, I have arthritis. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and it's a really great rule because sometimes for me I get like really absorbed because I really enjoy working here, and yeah, I think it's really important to have that no laptop after 7 a.m. just to make sure you're setting up a mental clock as well to separate yourself from this is work, this is personal life, and I think I
that's right.
really appreciate that from you. I think I'll put that into my life as well. I
Yeah,
also like to do a fake commute. I go for a short walk after work and just take the dogs with me and transition from work mode to home mode. It kind of helps me, adjust from. All right, let's wrap up with some go-to tools or tricks that will help you balance work and family life. What are your favorites?
well, for me, I love using Google Calendar a lot just to sync my work and family schedules. I also use Slack. So I just set my status in Slack to do not disturb if I'm really going deep into work mode. And then also set reminders to keep me on track, even for breaks and for lunchtime. Because as I said, we're not working in within your normal office setup.
Mm,
So as much as possible, I try to maintain some sort of structure within my working
definitely.
hours.
Yeah. And I think that's really important as well. Being able to track time, because since you're going to be the management for yourself when it comes to your office. Anyways, this has been such a fun and insightful conversation. But before we go, what's one final tip you'd give to someone trying to balance remote work and family life?
Let's see. I guess just give yourself grace. Some days will be chaotic, and that's okay.
Mm,
It's all about finding a rhythm that works for you and your family.
that's so true. Thank you so much for joining us, Phil. And to everyone listening, I hope these tips help you stay productive while keeping your family life strong. And if you enjoyed this episode, Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more insights. Stay productive, stay motivated, and until next time, this is Josh, and you're watching Life at Go Enrollments.